You remember going to a movie feeling like this? Then halfway through, you felt like this?
What the hell am I looking at?
And when it was over, you felt like this?
I feel sullied and unusual.
Well, all I can say is, trust me, my friend, you're not alone. So after burning through a pile of cash on the latest Hollywood abomination, a thought occurred to me. What the hell happened to all the critics out there? When did they become pompous assholes more worried about their self-image instead of doing their fucking job and defending us from this endless Hollywood shit shower? So I decided, if you want something done, you gotta do it yourself. And while my friends didn't seem too keen on the idea at the time,
You serious?
Don't be that guy.
in the end, the answer was obvious.
Lay off, douche!
Fuck it. I got this.
Because I'm not suggesting we need fewer critics out there. On the contrary, I'm suggesting we need more. A whole lot more. But to better illustrate my point, like good sex, this is going to require at least 2 parts, and even some mechanical assistance. So reach down between your knees, put your bag to your lips, and taste that buttery goodness as we examine the history and evolution of that fearsome, featherless biped commonly known as the Critic. While I'm no historian, I think we can all agree that life for early man wasn't all fun and games. It was savage, violent, and not surprisingly, pretty fucking short. So to preserve their history, mankind used the art of storytelling through colorful illustrations, depicting epic battles, formidable creatures, and even unusual phenomenon. But, unfortunately,
Everybody has a poop, but that's for me and I think you.
And of course, with the birth of the artist came the inevitable afterbirth, the critic.
and while I can't say when the first criticism actually occurred, I'm sure someone at some point informed Little Zug his depiction of the great bison hunt of '02 more closely resembled a group of monkeys trying to fuck a football. But as civilization began to slowly evolve, and mankind wasn't struggling with the perils of everyday survival, now the artist was free to focus their attention on greater creativity. With an ever-expanding choice of mediums, he continued to excel in all areas and art forms, including his poetry, music, and painting. For the first time, it was possible for an artist to gain greater social standing, and sometimes even celebrity status. But for any artist to succeed, they required the generosity of a wealthy patron, someone who believed in the artist's work enough to provide financial support. Unfortunately, criticism of any artist's work was left primarily to members of the elite society
It's good to be the king.
and the prevailing religious orthodoxy of the time. And if an artist's work was deemed offensive or seemed to convey the wrong social messaging, that artist was quickly defunded.
You don't mean to tell me that you're living in poverty?
No. But I'm broke.
Excommunicated by the prevailing moral authority,
We declare him excommunicate and anathema.
and actively shunned by so-called members of polite society.
Shame, shame, shame. Shame on you. Shame, shame, shame. Shame on you.
This sounds pretty fucking familiar, doesn't it? But as the influence of religion and the power of the monarchy began to fall away,
Holy shit!
mankind was once again free to push the boundaries of individual expression. Even artistic criticism was no longer limited to the realm of the affluent asshole. Now anybody can have an opinion, and if they were skilled enough in their analysis,
I'm looking at you. You wore green so you could hide.
they too could rise to prominence, and even influence the artistic community.
Hey, Doc, could you scare up another round for our table over here and tell the cook this is low-grade dog food, all right? And here, take this for yourself, okay? Shit, I had better food at the ball game, you know?
Nowhere was this more evident than with the introduction of movies and television.
At RCA's David Sarnoff Research Center, Princeton, New Jersey, 24-hour shifts explored every corner of the new world of electronics.
Critics once restricted to the written page now appeared in working-class living rooms throughout the world, achieving personal fame and even celebrity status for themselves. Now, I'm not saying that all critics could always be relied upon to pick a winner. Yeah, that guy from Star Wars doing an old 1930s style serial? I mean, really, who's that going to inspire? But even if a critic didn't care for a particular movie or TV show,
it stinks.
Hated this movie.
They made their arguments based on artistic elements, such as direction, character arcs, character development, or even if the movie had a fucking plot. They were the guardians of the cinematic citadel, a filter by which we could make better decisions on our everyday media choices. And if you still chose to plunk down your hard-earned cash on a potential stinker, well, all I can say is, you've been warned.
Somebody help me! Help me! Is it done? How much is in there? I got the poo on me.
Tune in next time when we learn the extent of Pinocchio's wood. Brie Larson questions her acting skills.
Hey, is that a request? Do you think I should?
And as always, remember, when they decide to clutch their pearls, we'll provide the necklace. Right here on Salty Buttered Bags.